Welcome back to the Roundtable Talk. Again, my name is Jaslyn Harris, and I'm the CEO and founder of My Moves Move You LLC. Here today, we are continuing the Roundtable Talk as we discuss mental moves with Black men. We are going to be in deep discussion about how mental health affects Black men in our communities. And I have a brand new group with us, so I am just so thankful to have these people here willing to talk about their thoughts on mental health in their lives and in our communities as a Black society. So we're going to start off with introductions. So tell me your name and why you're here.
Hi, I'm Micah Woodard. I'm a project manager at Zeta Global. Jaslyn and I are childhood friends, go back like 4 flats from the Cadillac. But I'm just so glad to be here. I was really just talking with her before this even started. I saw her vision, I saw her goal, and I'm just glad to be a part of this. I'm just so proud of her.
Thank you. He really the reason that this is here, y'all. He one of the people that got this started. So I really appreciate you being here. Go ahead.
How y'all doing? I'm Bug the Sleeper, Jordan Harris. I'm an artist, event planner, and a marketing specialist, and most importantly, a father. Newly father. I just had a daughter a couple months ago. Jaslyn has always been a family friend to me, and my older sisters. Mainly since I was younger. I could remember being knee high and seeing her and my sisters at the Boys and Girls Club. So we go way back too. So,
way back too.
And I just really like what she got going on with the round table. I mean, not the round table talk, but the round table talk. And I'm really just here on a therapy tip. Honestly, I just wanted to come and speak with you guys and Jaslyn and just get some things off and see maybe if y'all went through some of the same things I may have went through, or if I could possibly help y'all. So it's really just here on a therapeutic tip.
Yes, amen to that.
Oh yeah, I'm Curtis Jones. I'm a government contractor. I'm the CEO of Open Eye Productions LLC. Reason I support Jazz, I met her in college. We also work together with Open Eye and me being a vendor at her last event. So I love her movement. I love what she's doing, and she's helping us. So thank you for that.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you guys for being here. And
Definitely.
quick tip, Curtis is going to be a vendor at Mental Moves on May 20th. So be expecting to see him when you guys come. All right, so we're going to get started. Just like the other group, we're going to pick and choose some questions in the jar, and we're going to go from there. So Curtis, this time you go ahead and start. I know, mix them up.
What does vulnerability mean to you? Do you believe it to be a strength or weakness?
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. It's a little bit of both, honestly. It really depends. What am I being vulnerable about? If we're talking about like my emotions, yes, it's good, but it depends who I'm around. Like people that don't know me, I'm very closed off. Like I have like a select few of friends, so if I talk about being like things that's like to the core of me, like things like if you like speak out about, it'll break me down, like put me in like a bad place, I would say it's a weakness. But me knowing that I have friends I can talk to, I view the vulnerability as a strength because it allows me to grow as a person. But it also helps me know where I'm at and like, okay, how can I not make this a vulnerability to myself?
Mm-hmm. So you strive to sometimes make things not a vulnerability?
Yes, I think doing that is just a defense for everybody. Like, who wants to be vulnerable, especially like a Black man, like just a man in general. You're supposed to be strength. Like, I think one of the things my dad taught me as being like, when you become like a husband or a father, you're supposed to be a protector. And when you think about protector, you don't think about somebody with vulnerabilities. You think about somebody that's gonna hold the fort down. If anything goes sideways, it's gonna get taken care of. And so
do you think that you couldn't be a protector or provider with your vulnerability?
I think you have to.
Really?
You have to. Because like you gotta be like, how can I protect my family and not be vulnerable to them? Like that's my seeds, like that's my legacy. So I have to be vulnerable Yeah.
What do you think, Jordan?
That's actually been like one of my like biggest issues is like trying to be more vulnerable, because I've been learning that the more open and like transparent you are, with the people you care about, at least, like I definitely understand like selective vulnerability, because if we're taught, you can't be too vulnerable with people because they'll take advantage of you, they might run over you and things of that such. But I feel like with the people you care about, you definitely should be vulnerable with them, because let's just say like for your wife, in a sense, like she needs to know your fears in order to know if you are going to be her protector, what things could make you feel away to the point where she may need to back you up a little bit more. Like if you're going on a business venture with your brother or something, they need to know like everything you feeling, because you'll kind of see yourself being in a hole of just like putting everything to the side, brushing everything to the side, and that alone will eat you up more than just being open and just honest with yourself. And I think that's just really what vulnerability is, because as long as you're honest with yourself, you can be honest with anyone in the world, and whether they take it in the way you want them to or not, at least they know your truth. So that's just really where I feel like vulnerability comes in place, to where it's just shown like, oh, you weak if you vulnerable, but at the same time it actually like can strengthen you as well.
Right. I think that's the misconception. Being vulnerable is actually a strength. So what do you have to say?
I was really blessed growing up. My mom, she created an open space from the get-go. She said whatever is going through your mind, whatever you're feeling, you can speak about it. And so vulnerability for me is my greatest strength, strictly because of I was able to be open about whatever emotions I was feeling from an early age. So like Curtis, we met playing college basketball together. I used to tell him I loved him, and he might have looked at me funny or looked at me like, yo, like, why are you telling me this? But that's all I know. Like, all I know is to be transparent. I think that's why I have such a close knit of friends, because they know that I love them. They know that, like, I appreciate that, and I'm going to tell you that. And I think a lot of Black men especially could use that space to where, hey, I don't care if you think it's weird or you think that it's, crazy that I love you, but I do. Yeah. And I think from there, that's when you create these relationships that are just transparent, easygoing, and you have a brotherhood or a sisterhood for life. So
that's a good point. I guess everyone's opinions on that starts with how they were brought up, and where you understand your opinions to be for vulnerability, and then allowing yourself room to grow with that opinion. So I root for y'all, for those who are learning to open up more, in a sense, because it is healthy for you. And I, coming on a woman's standpoint, like I've experienced, really yearning for a person in my life, either that be a significant other or a family member. I yearn for them to open up to me so I can know how to support them. And if you don't know that, if you can't open up, how can we be that person that you strive to have, So I agree. Those are all good points, and we will always, look to vulnerability.
I feel it's hard for men to be vulnerable with women, because vulnerability is like looked at as a weakness, like we said, but at the same time, it's like we don't know how valuable like that nurturing, because we're brought up to be protectors and providers for our families, so we don't really see like the value and like that nurturing that a woman can bring. And I feel like they just bring a different sense of like help and guidance into like that nurturing vulnerability.
Good point. All right, that's a great starter off to this groove, so we'll be right back with more questions. Way to go, y'all. That was good. Y'all. Oh, I want some. Okay.